So here we have The Life of Chuck, which is based off the Stephen King short story of the same name. I believe it's called The Life of Chuck as well. This was written and directed by the amazing Mike Flanagan, who's given you such hits as Dr. Sleep, Oculus, Gerald's Game, lots of great stuff, like Haunting of Hill House, Midnight Mass. This guy is, when you want to talk about tension and horror, Mike Flanagan might be one of the best in the biz right now. So this movie stars Tom Hiddleston for about 20 minutes, and he plays Chuck Krantz, who experiences the wonder of love, the heartbreak of loss, and the multitudes contained in all of us. And I think that's about the extent I'm going to go into with this movie. And it's very bizarre, not only in structure and how and what the movie is really talking about. The Life of Chuck is weird, man. It's really weird, and I'm still taking a day, like, this is after me letting my thoughts simmer on this, because I watched this movie yesterday, and I'm still kind of confused. I think I need a second viewing of it. I really do. But let's talk about the positives real quick. Need I say more? Mike Flanagan's a phenomenal fucking director. I mean, go look at his whole damn resume. That guy knows what he's doing when it comes to tension. But here's the kicker, though. This movie I wouldn't necessarily classify so much as a horror movie. In the same way Stephen King movies like Stand By Me and The Shawshank Redemption were, The Life of Chuck, I think, fits into that category. Now, I'm not saying that The Life of Chuck is as good as those two movies. Of course not, because the movie just came out. And you cannot call a movie a masterpiece when it just came out. Even then, I don't even think I would call The Life of Chuck a masterpiece, because I think this movie definitely has its flaws. It's definitely supremely well made. It's well shot. Mike Flanagan has his crew that he works with. And a lot of the actors are repeats. Mike Flanagan likes frequent collaborators. His wife is in this movie playing a teacher. You also have Karen Gillan in this movie playing a nurse, and we were first introduced to her with Oculus. There's a lot of famous people in this movie. Chiwetel Ejiofor, I really hope I did not butcher that man's name. Really great in this as well. And yeah, for those of you stans of Tom Hiddleston, I'm sure some of you might have been expecting this to be his big break into Best Leading Actor at the Oscars. But in reality, Tom Hiddleston's only really in this movie for 20 minutes, if that. And he's good in what we see him in. He's definitely rock solid, but I don't really think you get enough of him to warrant a Best Leading Actor. I know a lot of you are going to come at me in the comments and say, Anthony Hopkins only had like 18 minutes in Silence of the Lambs. But this performance didn't really emotionally resonate with me like I thought it would. I actually thought Mark Hamill as the grandfather was a lot more impressive. Like, I think if any of the actors are going to get Oscar consideration, I agree with my friend Jacob Hubbard. It should be Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill. Definitely. He was magnificent. There's one scene that he has in this movie where he has a whole tirade, not necessarily a tirade, but he's talking to a younger version of Chuck about the importance of math. And I know a lot of us hate math, but this dialogue was very convincing. And as good as the performances are, as good as the musical score is, as good as the direction is, I think what's going to hold The Life of Chuck back for a lot of people is that it's told in reverse. The movie starts with the end of Chuck's life, and it basically ends with the beginning part of Chuck's life. And I know there's an artistic reason in there as to why this movie was told like this, but it's not as glaringly obvious as to why this movie was told this way like it was with, say, Pulp Fiction. Because Pulp Fiction is a movie about redemption, and Pulp Fiction's theme about redemption does not work unless you tell Pulp Fiction like it is. When Life of Chuck is told in reverse order, when the movie ends and the credits start rolling, I was honestly kind of confused. I was like, I mean, I get what you're going for, movie, but it feels anticlimactic. And it just feels like the movie just stops. It was really, really weird. And seeing this in a mildly packed theater for a Monday afternoon, I think everybody else in the theater was confused too. I can't have been the only one. And I think for a movie that was marketing itself to be like this emotional gut punch like you've never seen before, I give Mike Flanagan all the credit in the world for stepping outside of his comfort zone and not really telling a pure horror movie like this one. But I think in terms of the emotion, I wanted a little bit more. I mean, yeah, there's some great fun sequences in here. There's some good dance sequences in this. Chuck becomes an accountant, but one of his main hobbies is dancing. And the dancing you get in here is so fun. I didn't want those sequences to end. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, I wanted to sit here and tell you that I think The Life of Chuck is just, it's warranted in the People's Choice Award at the Toronto International Film Festival. And I see why it won the award. But for me personally, I'm like, I kind of want a little bit more. And I think after I watch it a second time, I might get it. Hell, maybe not. It might take me until my 5th viewing of The Life of Chuck to really understand it. And I like movies that can do that are kind of keeping me thinking. And I definitely want to go back and revisit this. And, like, my opinion on The Life of Chuck, I feel like is going to be one that's going to change the more I go back and revisit it. But for right now, on first viewing, I'm kind of left with a little bit more to be desired. Like, the ending just, I don't know. And I think telling it in reverse order didn't really help matters. I'm going to give The Life of Chuck a B+. I mean, yeah, technically speaking, there's a lot that has this movie on a pedestal. Phenomenal performances, impeccable direction, but a structure that I feel like is going to really stymie a lot of the general public. But let me know what you think. Do you guys enjoy The Life of Chuck? Do you guys think that this was the biggest emotional gut punch of the year? Let me know what you thought in the comment section below, and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Tap on that thumbs up as well, please, if you haven't already. Stay tuned for more exciting content hitting the channel very soon. Y'all are the best. And with all that being said, Back Talk, commence.